Hey guys, it's a fairly nice day today. Temperatures in the mid 50s. It's still a little bit cool out in the mountains, but I thought I'd take today and come and maybe set some game cams up and look around in my area a little bit. I've not been in here in a while because of the winter, and we've had floods and rain. Actually, we had a lot of heavy rain last night. Some of the little streams and creeks I have to cross to get in here, they were up pretty big. But I was able to get across without really getting my feet too wet. But right now I'm gonna look around and see if I can set up a couple game cams and just sort of scout the area out since I've not been in here in a few months, and see what I can find. Right now I'm just looking up through here for some tracks. Look like I seen some old ones back there, but where it rained so hard last night, it's really hard to tell because they're really washed out. Sometimes they cross right in this area. I've found tracks here many times. I hear a big jet going over. It's still a little bit cool. So I'm not going to, I don't know how long I'll stay out. I've not been out in a while, so I may stay. See, this here looks like potentially an old track. Right there, and you can see part of it back here. But it's hard to say. I've found them right here before, so. But I'm gonna look around a little bit more, see what I can find. All right, gang, I got the first camera up. Now I'm gonna actually just look around in this old soft stuff and see if I can find any tracks. And then I'm gonna go to another location on out that way a little bit where there's been stick structures and stuff before in the past, and I'll check that out. This year, guys, is wind damage. We've had some pretty strong winds. Even though this is in a very close location where I found several structures over the years, this year's wind damage, a lot of people will take a picture of that and try to claim a Bigfoot did it, but that's actually wind damage. All right, I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, I am at another little creek area. Have found tracks here in the past, so I think it's worth checking out anyways. Right there's an old something, I can see it. Yeah, oh man, hope I can get down there without messing it up. You guys see it? It could be water, I guess, I don't know. That's probably just where waters ran, you see that? It could be where water ran, but well, you see I stepped on it and that's where it runs, so I'll have to throw that out. I thought it was a track there for a second, but it's just where the water ran and caused it. So easily debunked that, that's good. I found a few tracks over in this way, but believe it or not, even with all the rain we've had, this ground is really still hard. I'll look over this way. I think I might set this other camera right up there on that little tree and shooting out this way. I think that's what I'll do right now. I'm gonna go up that little tree and set this other camera I got. Maybe we can catch something as it goes by. All right, guys, I got this camera up. I've never actually used it out, this one particularly out in the mountains before. I have no idea how good it'll do. So, I mean, that kind of gives you a shot of what it's looking at. So, something goes by there, maybe we'll catch it. So, I had to, where this was real long, I sort of tucked it in behind it. You don't want it blowing and stuff when you set your game cams. It'll draw attention to it. So if you got extra rope, you need to tuck it in behind something or tie it off some way, because when it moves, not only will people see it, but animals will see it, and it draws their attention. So, all right, I'm gonna back out of here. I'm just kind of following this little stream and looking for areas where the Bigfoot might have crossed or something like that. This particular area I'm in, in the winter months, the cover gets less, so I think really they pull back from here, but I still think they would probably come through here at night or dark or whatever, so I'm gonna keep looking and hoping to find a track or two. Okay, how about we try a couple whoops just to see if we got anything going on. A lot of times you will not get a reply with whoops, but if there's any Bigfoot in the area, I found out that usually if you whoop, it'll bring them toward you to see what's going on. I've had this happen numerous times over the years. So I'm gonna do a couple whoops and then we'll see if we get anything. Whoop, whoop. All I can hear is the creek running. But like I say, if there's one landing up there next to a tree or something, he'll come and see what is making the noise a lot of times. So I'm gonna continue looking a little bit. Okay guys, I found some old tracks that are washed out, but you can see where it stepped on this and broke it. And when I first seen this, I thought, well, that kind of looks like a track. But I didn't say much about it or didn't think much about it. But I looked, and right over there's the second one. And there's a third one out there, but it's hard to say what it is. It's so washed out. That may not be nothing, but that right there is one, and that right over there is one. Hard to say what it might be because it's so degraded. And that there looks like a big dog track of some kind, maybe a wolf or a coyote. But I don't know. You gotta remember, not too long ago when we had all the flood, I'm sure all this was underwater. But that's definitely two tracks of something. You see, I'm gonna get down closer to that one. You see, that's a track of some kind. Then you can see where it broke the two ferns and stepped on that. So I don't know. Maybe that's a good sign that there's something going through here a little bit anyway. But I'm sure during the flood, all this right here was underwater. So probably not much activity then for sure, other than the fish. So I'm gonna go back this way and look around some more. Get a good look there. Okay guys, this is something I don't do a whole lot of. I'm actually leaving 2 apples. These are not even close to where the game cams are. Maybe something will take them. I mean, without a doubt, by the time I come back to get the game cams, without a doubt these will be gone by something. But I'm just kind of running a little experiment. Maybe they'll get the apples. They'll cross in front of the game cams. It's either on the left or the right of this. And we'll have something. Occasionally I do leave stuff in front of the game cam. Usually it's apples, sometimes peanut butter. And caught deer and I've caught crow and stuff like that taking the apples. But as you can see, this is a beautiful area. And over the years, I've had some really good success in here. One thing I would like to bring to everyone's attention, if you've not seen it, here in Kentucky, there was a 13-year-old boy killed in some kind of animal attack. The authorities are not saying what killed the boy. And his parents, or I guess his guardians or whatever, said that he normally played in the edge of the woods and things like that. So you would think a 13-year-old boy is usually fairly good size at that time. When you're 13, you're fairly good size. And usually you're in fairly good shape at 13. And whatever this was that attacked him and killed him, the first report that came in was of a canine. And we do have, there's a nice tree break. That most likely is not wind damage. You can see there's not anything else. This old tree there, as you can see, there's not anything else that's, and that is at least 9 foot high off the ground. But this little boy was 13-year-old and he was he was killed by something, and the authorities have not told us what it was yet. And most likely they will not tell us what it is. So my suggestion for all you researchers and people who go out on hike trails and things is to pack a gun, pistol of some kind. For years, I didn't pack anything besides a little pocket knife. Then I had a friend who had a bear get after him, and right in a place where I ginseng. So after that, I started packing a little 22. That's all I had really at the time, pistol wise. And then I upgraded that summer to a 357, and I packed the 357, and it's not for Bigfoot. It's for bears and coyotes, and I've had coyotes trailing me before too. People don't know it, but coyotes can be very aggressive. And we do have wolves in Kentucky now. So my advice is to pack a weapon. And there are such things as aggressive Bigfoot, and there are also many reports, not necessarily in my area, of dogmen. So it might be wise to have a weapon with you when you go out. I don't know if this little 13-year-old boy could have had a gun with him or not, but if it would have made a difference. But I'd say if he was real used to the area, probably didn't think a whole lot about it. He'd been in that area playing as he's, growing up. But there are dangers out here in the woods. So you should take precautions to protect yourself. I think I'll head on up this way a little bit and see if I can see anything. Don't appear to be a whole lot going on up here. Like I say, the mountains thin out in this area in the wintertime because there's no leaves and no undergrowth. So I think they pull back on back into the mountains. There's several big cliff lines back through there. Lots of huge rock formations. I've been to them a few times, but it's about a 7-mile hike to that one, and it's all straight uphill for the most part. My nose is running a little bit, so if you hear me sniffling, that's okay. So it's just part of life. Back to talking about pistols. Now, everybody's got their own choice, I'm sure. But now I packed this 357 revolver because the places I get into, I know I'm going to get it dirty. It's going to get gummed up. It's going to get leaves in it and brush in it. And that revolver is not going to hang unless there's really something major wrong. Now, I know a lot of people like to use take 45s and things like that. That's something that runs more off of a clip or a magazine. But man, if it gets hung on you, you're in a bad situation. You're in trouble. So I like my revolver. Something bad has to be going on for the revolver to hang. How about we do a whoop right here? Whoop, whoop. There's a wind blowing. Okay, I got my 2 cameras out. I threw out a little bit of a couple apples. I think I'll make my way back toward the truck. I need to get home and work on my book and films and stuff like that, I guess. It's off a pretty day though. Alright gang, I guess I'll head back out. One last thing I probably need to address before I close out the video or close out the today. I have lost about almost 50 pounds, and I can really tell a difference out in the woods. Last year I'd lost, when I was researching late last year, I'd lost about 30 pounds, and I could tell quite a bit of difference. But now at 50 pounds, I can really tell a difference moving around in the woods and things like that. Of course, my cardio is not up where I've not done a lot through the winter because of bad weather and things like that. But Yeah, I've lost almost 50 pounds. I feel much better. I'm not sick, far as I know. I've been trying to lose weight by just cutting out overeating, basically, and exercising some. So if anybody thinks that I'm sick or something like that, it's not that. I'm actually trying to be in better shape so I can continue doing things like I'm doing today, doing the things that I love to do. I think when I first started losing weight, I was 300 and I don't know, roughly around about 10 pounds or something. And as of this morning, I was 256. So I'm just going to keep going with it and try to keep losing. Because, well, like I say, I've only got so many years left to actually be able to roam the mountains. Our mountains are steep and rough, and so I have to be in fairly good shape to keep doing it longer. But even when I was at that weight, I still went a lot of places and went many miles in the mountains. But I just wanted to address that before I actually head all the way back to the truck. But I'm not, as far as I know, I'm not sick. I know anytime you lose quite a bit of weight, people always kind of think that you're sick or you got cancer or something like that. Well, I'm actually trying to lose weight, so I may have something like that. I don't really know, but as far as I know, I don't. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, on my way out of here, I thought I would better check this area right through here. I've found a few tracks in this area over the years. It's not as soft as it looks. The ground's actually pretty hard. But, something that weighs double what I weigh would probably make an impression. They have in the past. Let's see, which way do I want to go? Let's go around this way, I guess. Try to go slow so it don't make you sick. I know the camera moves too fast, it kind of give you motion sickness. And I'm not seeing nothing today. I did see where some deer had ran through in a couple of those other places, but I know this area has lots of deer in it. A few bears, coyotes, fox, and there's quite a bit of game in here. That does look like what? Is that an impression or what? Just a hole. It's just a hole, I guess. Alright, hey, the sun's coming out anyways. I know there's about a 70% chance of rain today, so actually toward the evening, so. But I'm not too far from the truck, so well, I don't know, quarter of a mile longer than that. I'm probably almost 3/4 of a mile still yet. So I thank you guys for coming along with me on this little journey, and I will talk to you next time.